Hey guys, if you are watching this video, it's probably because you're thinking about making a location change to the southern part of Denver in the Parker, Elizabeth, or Castle Rock area. And this video is going to talk to you all about Castle Rock and why it's a great place to call home. So if it's something you're thinking about and you want to learn 10 fun facts about what there is to do in Castle Rock and why it's a great place to live, then stay tuned. Hey you guys, I'm Trisha Wilson with Keller Williams Realty, and we love making videos for you guys all about the Denver metro area and why it is such a great place to live. So if that's something you're into, I want you to go ahead and subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you're notified every time we upload a new video, which is about weekly. Okay, so in this video, we are going to go over 10 things that you need to know about, or 10 things to do in Castle Rock, including the Mac, which is one of my favorite, where you can actually spend the day flying through the sky. Now, before we get to that, I want to go over where Castle Rock actually is. So it's in the heart of Douglas County. It's located right in between Denver and Colorado Springs. It's about a 36-minute drive to Denver. It's about 45 minutes to the airport, and it's about an hour to Colorado Springs. Number one on the list of things that you need to know about Castle Rock is why the town is called what it is. So a group of explorers actually came through and named it Castle Rock after the castle-like rock formations found just outside of town. But little known fact, it was actually almost called Pound Cake Rock. Thank goodness they got rid of that. Now, if you do want to climb to the top of the Castle Rock, you can. You start at Rock Park, which is the trailhead for this hike. It's a quick little 1.4 mile loop that will take you just about an hour. And once you get to the top, there are amazing views of the city. You can see all the way out to the mountains, and you may even encounter some wildlife along the way. Second thing that you need to know about Castle Rock, Colorado is that it has a great hiking system. So if you are someone who loves to get outside and explore, Castle Rock is the place for you. As I mentioned earlier, you can climb to the top of the Castle Rock itself, but there's also a lot of other easily accessible trails nearby that are super fun. You have Pike National Forest, you have the Gateway Mesa Open Space, and if you want to get out and do something a little more intense, you can go out into the mountains and explore any one of the mini 14ers that Colorado has to offer, or even drive down to Manitou Springs and check out the incline. Speaking of inclines, Castle Rock actually has its own mini incline, which is 200 steps up the side of the hill, and then you run the 0.6 mile loop back down, and you can do it over and over again all day long. My personal favorite thing to do is 10 steps up, stop and do some squats, another 10 steps up, stop and do some push-ups, all the way to the top, run it down, and then do this 10 times and until you're exhausted, and it just feels so amazing. The fourth thing on the list about things to know about Castle Rock is that it is actually home to one of the biggest outlet malls that has over 100 brand name stores, from H&M to Express to Coach, and my personal favorite, the Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory. Now, if you have never had one of their caramel apples, I like mine with peanuts on top, you have to stop by and try them. They are so good. One of my favorite treats dating all the way back to when I was a little kid. The fifth thing that you need to know about Castle Rock is that if you are a golfer, this is definitely the spot for you. Castle Rock has over 8 challenging courses with amazing views, and was actually the home of a PGA tournament all the way up until 2006. Now, one of my favorite courses in Castle Rock is the Sanctuary, which you can only go to by invite only, so if you ever get that invite, definitely say yes. The course is filled with wildlife, and it is just immaculately maintained. But my favorite part about it is the story behind it, because it is so petty and so crazy. But rumor has it that the course was actually built because the owner of it didn't like the way he was treated at one of the neighboring courses in Castle Rock. And so to spite the owner of the other golf course, he said, great, then I'll build my own. And he did, and that's why it's invite only. So he never has to invite the owner of the other course. Number 6 is the Castle Rock Wine Fest. This festival happens the third weekend in July every year and is a huge outdoor wine tasting. And there are over 25 plus wineries that participate and do so many wine samplings. There's live music, food trucks come in. It's such a fun time. And if wine is not your thing, there's actually a beer garden as well. So you can chill out, have a cold beverage, and soak in the atmosphere. Seventh thing on the list of things that you need to know about Castle Rock is the annual lighting of the star. Now the star is found on top of the historical Castle Rock, and it dates back to 1936 when the town had it designed and crafted as a symbol of hope after the Great Depression. They wanted it lit up on top of the rock so as people drove by on I-25 they could see it and it would bring joy to them. The star is lit the Saturday before Thanksgiving, and it stays lit all the way until the end of the National Western Stock Show, which is a tradition here in the Denver area. Number 8 on our list is historic downtown. The streets are lined with tons of antique buildings, and as you roam the streets, it feels like you're stepping back into simpler times. One of the oldest buildings in historic downtown dates back to 1918, which is the B&B Cafe. And while you're there dining, I want you to look up into the ceiling and you'll see a bullet hole. And this is actually from a gunfight where a fugitive shot and killed the town marshal. Number 9 on our list of things to know about Castle Rock is the dining. Now you're gonna find a variety of both restaurants and coffee shops, and I'm gonna tell you about a couple of my favorites. The first being the Church, which is found in historic downtown. Now this is traditional Italian food, and the owners pride themselves on providing a great dining experience by using three ingredients in their recipes, and that would be food, family, and friends. My second spot that I would recommend to you is Lost Coffee. Now the coffee's great, but the story behind it is even better, as a portion of the proceeds from each purchase actually go to programs that help women receive greater wages. And the coffee beans themselves are actually all purchased from farms that are women-owned. Okay, so you've made it to number 10. You have made it to my personal favorite spot in Castle Rock, the Miller Activity Complex, or the MAC. Now the MAC is a 320-acre sports complex. It's an outdoor park. It is actually named after a local banker who left a portion of his trust to the town of Castle Rock, and they chose to build the activity complex with that money. This is where the mini incline can be found. There's also zip lining. There's an indoor pool that has 4 lap lanes. There's a golf simulator. There's a park. There's a splash pad. There are so many fun things to do here, and that is why it is my absolute favorite spot in Castle Rock. Okay, so now you know my favorite things about Castle Rock, but I want to know yours. So go ahead and comment down below. Let me know if there's anything else that should be on this list. And if you liked this video, now's the time to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and go ahead and hit that bell so you're notified every time we post a new video. And don't forget, we are a real estate team here in the Denver metro area, and we would love to help you with all of your real estate needs. Feel free to call, text, or email with any questions, or let us know how we can help you, and we would love to help make all of your real estate dreams come true.